Hello, everybody, and welcome to our webinar on DIGIFED, which is an innovation action supported by the Horizon 2020 program to drive the digital revolution across European SMEs. So, my name is Alice, and I'm an innovation business developer at BlueMorpho. BlueMorpho is a member of the consortium on this project, and we are going to be an innovation management partner. I am very pleased to welcome you to the first webinar of our 4-webinar series, where we will welcome in the first part Isabelle Chartier. So hello, Isabelle.
Hello.
So Isabelle works for CEA and she's the coordinator of this project. She will explain DIGIFED's technicalities and its mission to digitize European SMEs, but also the process to apply on our second open call that has been launched today. We will also welcome Anna Gheorghe. So hello, Anna.
Hello.
So Anna works for Digital Catapult, and she will explain our new type of open call that we are launching today as well. It's called the Digital Challenge. So as I mentioned, this is the first webinar of a series of 4 webinars, and we will have 3 more sessions in this series. So next Thursday, the 1st of October, and the 2 following weeks, Wednesday, 7th of October and 14th of October. Next webinar, we will introduce you in greater details the Digital Challenge, and the 2 last sessions will be to present you the technical support you can get from our partners to applying on this second open call. So if you registered to this webinar, you are automatically registered to the next sessions. And I would really advise you to come to the next sessions as you can grasp the whole idea of the project. So before we start, I would also like to inform you that this webinar is animated today by BlueMorpho and that the slides and the recording of this webinar will be made available for you on the DIGIFED website. Also, there is a question box in the webinar's toolbox on the site, so please feel free to enter all your questions as we are going through with this webinar. So we will address them at the very end of this webinar during the Q&A session, and our speakers of today will answer them. So before we start with Isabelle and the description of the project, we wanted to get to know a little bit more of the audience. So this is why we will now ask you a question, that you should see popping up on your screen. So the question is, what type of organization do you work for? So do you work for a large company, a mid-cap, an SME, a startup, or an association, cluster, or RTO? I'll give you a few seconds to answer that question. All right, so I will now close this poll in 3, 2, 1. So thank you very much for your answers. I'm going to ask you now another question which is more related to this project. So same principle as last time, you should now see the question popping up on your screen. Have you already taken part in a European project? So have you taken part in a project on the SAE or I4MS initiative? Maybe did you take part in a project on another initiative supported by the Horizon 2020 project? Or was it maybe before the Horizon 2020 project? Or maybe you've never taken part in a European project before. So yeah, I'll give you a few more seconds. And I'll close now in 3, 2, 1. All right, so thank you again for your answers. I will now give the floor to Isabelle Chartier. Isabelle, the floor is yours.
Hello. So I'm really pleased to talk to you today and to
sorry, Isabelle.
Okay.
I got your, sorry.
Hello. So Isabelle Chartier, I'm working for CA, and thank you, Alice, for the kind introduction. I'm really pleased to talk to you today. First of all, I want to explain you what is DIGIFED, and then I will show a few results of our first open call. And I will go then on what I guess you're expecting, the explanation for the new open call we are launching. So DIGIFED is a H 2020 funded project, and our aim is to support European SMEs and mid-caps to digitalize their products and to help them to get into new market enabled by cyber physical systems. We are 12 partners coming from 9 European countries, started in January. We will finish in December 22. We have a budget of 8 million euros, but what is really important is half of this budget will be transferred to support SMEs, startups, and mid-caps. So we have 3.9 million euros really that will be transferred to project support of these companies. We are part of the European Commission Digitising European Industry Strategy. And if you want to know more about this, you have the link here. Thank you. Next. No, I have the next. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Alice, c'est moi qui change les slides ou...
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Go back.
It's me?
Here you go. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
Sorry for that. It's going too fast. I stopped moving. Sorry, Olo.
It's fine now.
It's fine. So what is important is how can we offer support to come to European companies? So we have different ways to do it. We have application experiment call for projects, and this is, we launched the first one in last year, and we have the new one today. This project, we are funding up to 50 kilo euro a company to carry out a innovative digital product demonstrator development. Plus this 55 kilo euro, we offer you the technical support of one of the DIGIFED techno partners. So it means that you will have people working on your project, bringing a technology expertise. Who do we target? We target one important thing for us is to help non-digital companies that want to create a first product based on digital technology. So we have the full ecosystem to help you to build such a demonstrator. But of course, we can also support companies that are already having digital technology in their
Isabelle, it seems like the line is cutting a little bit.
Product, and we can help you to integrate more innovative digital technology coming from research center or for DIGIFED technology partners. Okay. I don't know what to do. Maybe if I close this, it can help you. Try to close a lot of windows. Fully.
Isabelle, it should be okay now.
J'arrive pas à changer la slide. Okay. I try to move the slide.
I changed the slide.
Yes.
It's okay.
So this project, we call it application. Okay, the application experiment. We have two types of such project. One, we call it single. It means that one company can apply for a 55 kilo euro support. This applicant company wants to develop a cyber physical system innovation with a clear vision of the market it will help her to address. And this company needs technical support from one of the technology proposed by DIGIFED. What is important to know is the DIGIFED partner should be cross-border, so it should be not for the same country than the company. The second important point is that it's really cyber physical system. So it means it's between, you need to have action in the real world. With your solution. So you can do some software development. This is not what you're going to do, but it has to be for a product which is really interacting with the cyber physical world. Example, you cannot do only a web app with this, which is only a new service on the web. This is not what we are supporting. But if you want to make a new service with devices that are put in the field ground, then it's a cyber physical system. So we have a new thing here that we test. It's a twin application experiment where we support two companies from two different countries. This is an eligible criteria. You cannot be from the same country. Then you can receive up to 50k euro each. And the idea is you're complementary in the value chain. So one company want to create a new cyber physical system and need a complementary expertise to validate the concept, and has identified another European company that can help her either to realize the prototype or to access the market. Okay, you don't have any support from the DIGIFED technology partner in this case. You are only two companies. Next slide, please. Here I want to summarize you who are the technology partners and what is the technology you can have access to. So you have 6 technology partners. I will not read this slide. You can read it, but most important is you go on the DigiFed portal and you have all these technology offer described. And more of that, you have the contact of each technology expert and really contact them to understand if this technology is really adapted to your project. So before entering in any writing of proposal, please, if you're submitting for a single, please contact the technology partner expert you want to use. Next slide. You will also receive an innovation management support once you will be selected. So after the selection process, if your project is successful, then you will have access to all the innovation management partner that we have inside the consortium. And they will help you to prepare your new market or product go-to-market strategy. We can help you to get access to further funding or attract private investor, but also to identify new partner in our ecosystems. And who are these persons? So you will first have Blue Morpho, who will propose to all of the selected partners an innovation management training program. Then Ikerlin will propose to the one who needs it cybersecurity sensibilization training, and you will have access to the DigiFed digital innovation hubs that can open the network to identify new partners, new complementary competencies or market competencies. And you have here the list of the 6 digital innovation hubs. So you will have a contact in UK, you can have contact in Germany, France, Slovenia, Hungary, and Spain. You don't have to select one innovation management partner for the proposal. This is a support after the selection process. Next slide, please. So, going to the open calls, we have a global 3.5 million euro funding for that because we have 400 million euro for another tool. This gives us the opportunity to finance almost 40 projects, even a bit more. We organize 3 open calls. The first open call is closed and the selection has been announced on the portal, on the web portal. You can go there and I will give you a summary. And the second open call is opening today and will be closed 15th of December, and everything is on the web page, but I will explain it to you today. Next slide. So first open call, we have been quite successful and we received 32 proposals, eligible proposal. We received a little bit more, but 72 were eligible. 14 proposal has been selected, which involves 22 European companies because we have twins. And globally, we are taking 1.15 million euro budget that will be distributed to this project. Here you see the repartition of the companies. So we have more, the more we have is a very small SMEs, but if you see, they are not the most successful. I don't know why, to be honest. The more successful have been the SMEs in the range of 10 to 50 persons and the mid caps. And if you see on the right, globally, startups has been quite successful with a third of the budget there. And then these SMEs with 10 to 50. I think it's maybe because they are more used to write proposal. Not, and then their proposal were maybe from higher quality. Next slide, please. Here it's about the country. So on the left side, you see the number of applicants per country of the company. So we had a lot of proposal coming from Spain, France, Italy, and Slovenia. And then if you go on the right slide, we can see that Belgium, France, and Italy have been quite successful in numbers of companies selected. And we can also see that the twin has been quite well evaluated. The twin has nicer ranking, and I think it's not because we prefer twins, but because people who are writing a twin proposal need to work together and to explain the other company their idea. The quality of the proposal was higher. So the consequence is not build a twin, build a single, but really discuss before with the technical partner you select. So we will give you our feedback, and that can improve your way of describing your project. Next slide. Then just to give the application domain of the selected companies. Well, not surprisingly, a big part is about IoT and smart connected objects. But what can we see? That medical has the two other big segments are the medical and the food and agriculture. It is not our selection process. It's really the people who applied that make this repartition. We are not having any criteria to favorize any application domain. Next slide, please. So now, what you're waiting for, the second open call, how to do this. So the opening is today, so that's and you have almost 3 months to prepare the your quality proposal. Again, you can go on the website and you will see on this page all this explanation for single and twin application experiments. You have another page to go on the digital challenge proposal, which is a totally new tool, very interesting, I think. And Hannah from Digital Catapult will explain a bit more about this digital challenge. Next slide. So when you want to submit a proposal, what is important? You register on the website. And I think my advice is to register not too late. So you get used with the website page and with the website and you're not surprised. So don't do it when you have finalized all your proposal. Anyway, you will have access here to all the templates, the guide for applicant, everything is well described and even better than the first open call because we notice few misunderstanding point. Also, normally we optimize our process and all our explanation, but globally you will have to prepare 2 documents. The first document is a classical proposition, really 20-page max. We don't ask you to write a big proposal. It has to be written in English, and it can be anything between 10 and 20 pages. This is really technical oriented, so we need to understand the rationale of your proposal, what is the bottleneck we are helping you to pass, and how you are going to work with the other partner. Is it another company, or is it a DIGIFED technical partner? Then we also ask you to explain why you need our support and the impact of your proposal. Then the recorded pitch, which is really useful to have a flavor and more understand what kind of company you are, is a 5-minute pitch recorded in English. It's really business oriented. We want to understand who is your company, how it is organized, and how you are addressing the market. You have a slide deck template, and we will also organize bootcamps and webinars to help you build your proposal. All the dates will be available on the website. Next slide, please. So this slide will be commented by Anna. It's about our new tool, the Digital Challenge. So Anna, I leave you the floor.
Thank you, Isabel. Good morning, everyone. As Isabel was mentioning, Digital Challenge is a new mechanism that we're introducing for DIGIFED. It's a 9-12 months project where the selected third parties are asked to develop a solution, a product, or a service for which no CPS or embedded system solution has been identified in the market yet. This solution is to respond to the needs of a digital challenge owner who is happy to co-fund this experiment. The Digital Challenge targets startups and SMEs with a higher digital maturity, ideally with previous customer experience or evidence in taking the product from the TRL 3 to TRL 8. DigiFed is working with digital challenge owners across Europe who are large mid-cap companies who have identified specific business needs and need innovative solutions, are happy to act as early adopters of the innovations and provide additional support to the program and the startup companies applying for this mechanism in the form of co-funding, access to innovation support, and pilot sites. For more information, please visit the website and also attend the next webinar, which will be focused on the Digital Challenge on the 1st of October. Thank you. Can you move to the next slide?
Thank you, Anna. So, what to remember from our talk today? So, all the support you need to prepare your proposal if you're interested to present a proposal. For single, just remember, it is mandatory to involve a digital technology partner to develop the innovation. If not, you are not eligible. So identify a technology offered by DIGIFED on this link to really check this technology is adapted to you, and contact the DIGIFED partner who is proposing the technology. Check with him that your technology is adapted, that he can do it, and he will really help you for at least the technical part of the proposal. This is really important. If you are not sure which technology it is, you can still send an email to the info@digifed.org, and we can help you to select the good DIGIFED technology. If you want for submit, and also what is important, sorry, I forget, but we will tell it to you, the technology should be cross-border. So if you are an Italian company, please don't select ST Italy. If you are French, don't select CA in France. This is, why? Because the Commission noticed that if a French SME wants to work with CEA, we have a lot of funding possibility based from regional or national funding. But if an Italian company needs to use a technology developed by CEA in France, then there is no funding. So that's why we are only focusing, supporting cross-border single application experiment. For the twin, it is the same. Twin application experiment, no, the same. The two company has to be cross-border with the same argument. If you're two French companies, especially two French SMEs, we have a lot of national tools to support innovation, your common innovation. But if you are two cross-border companies, then France is not going to support you, and the other country is not going to support you. So there is a missing tool to support cross-border company. That's what we are doing with DIGIFED. In this case, you need to be two cross-border companies. You can contact DIGIFED if you need support to identify a partner. If you know what kind of company you are looking for, but you don't know such a company, we can help you with all our digital innovation hubs. So you can then write to info@digifed.org. But for Twin, there is no digital.
Isabelle, we lost you again. Can you hear me? Okay.
Hello, hello.
Isabelle, yeah, you're back.
Yeah, okay.
So we can
Strange.
hear you again.
So when did you lose me? Did you hear me, my speech on the single, reminding single, please call your DIGIFED technology partner? For Twin,
yeah, go ahead.
you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Perfect.
Twin, involve a cross-border company, so not from your country. If you don't know, and if you know which competencies you need, but you don't know a company, then you can contact us and we can help you with our DIH to find the good competency in a cross-border, in another country. For Digital Challenge, everything will be explained next on the 1st of October. You will have to contact the DIGIFED partner who is representing the big company who is proposing the Digital Challenge. This will be everything will be explained on the 1st of October. And I think if you are interested to submit to a Digital Challenge, assist to this webinar. So I think this is my conclusion. Maybe this was the last slide. Next slide, check. Yes, no, I want to remember you all the dates. Maybe you can put the slide before, Alice.
Yes, so actually I put another slide.
Okay.
But okay, we can present this one.
Just to remember.
There's another slide at the end.
I want also,
yeah,
if you want to see the other webinar or the bootcamp we had already organized for the Open Call 1, you have it on the website. And Alice will, I think, show you the full program. Thank you for listening to me.
No worries. Thank you, Isabelle, for your presentation. So I think this reached our Q&A session, which is at the end. So we have a few more slides that will not be presented, but I have another question for you. So same principle as last time. Question should now pop up on your screen. So after all this presentation, do you think your company would be interested in applying to the second open call? So I'll leave you a few more seconds to answer. And also, we have reached the Q&A session. So if you have any question, please remember you can send your questions through the question box on the right side of the screen as I presented to you earlier. All right, so I think we have all our answers now. I'll close the poll in 3, 2, 1. Great. So also before the Q&A session, as Isabel said, this next session will be dedicated to the digital challenge. So you've heard Anna for a little bit, and she's going to present you a bit more about this topic. And then 7th and 14th of October, you will meet with, you will have the opportunity to meet with the technology partners of the consortium. And you can ask all your questions, and they're going to present their offer. So if you've registered to this webinar, you are automatically registered to the next session, but please don't forget the time and dates. So this is our Q&A session, so I will now go through all the questions you've asked. So Isabel, there's a question. We offer AI solutions to our client. Could they apply for this funding for a project with us? Or is it only funded if technical partners comes from your network or project? I think we've answered this question with the twin experiment, but Isabel, if you want to say a few words. Yeah. Isabel, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah. Yes, you can apply for a twin. The only thing is, please, I hope your partner is not from your same country than you. So you need to be from 2 different European countries. And if it's AI, I hope it's connected to the physical world in a way, somewhere, giving feedback, taking information from sensor, or making an action on the cyber physical world. Okay, this is really the thing you have to ask yourself. And if you have any doubt, you can contact us on info@desk, giving a few lines on your idea, and we say if we believe it's in or not cyber physical systems.
All right, thank you, Isabel. Next question is there any limit to the size of the companies, one startup and one established corporate or like this? So do you have any recommendations on the size?
Yes, we are supporting. Je peux pas jouer avec les slides, hein, moi, Alice, c'est ça? Parce que dans mes slides. So anyway, we are supporting everything is in the guide for applicants. And we are supporting startup, SMEs, and mid-caps, and the definitions of these is on the website, on the guide for applicants. Okay, I have a slide for that, but anyway, you can.
Isabel, do you want me to go to the slide?
Yeah, but I don't know which one it's. You go further. Non, c'est après. C'est dans les spare slides. I don't know which one, but I know I put it in the spare slide. You can go fast.
Support to applicants, eligibility criteria.
Carry on. Yes, here it is. So this is the company size decision. Then if you and also research center or public administration are not eligible. Huh? It's only for companies.
Okay. Next question. Is this funding money based on HR costs which are funded, or is it like we get money from clients, we estimate the costs?
Sorry, I didn't understand really.
So is the funding based on the HR costs which are funded, or HR? I guess HR is human resources, but
okay. Anyway, yeah, maybe you can move from slide. What we are we are supporting you at 70% of your cost. Maybe I put it somewhere.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Financial support to third party?
Yeah. So you got 70% of your declared cost. The cost is the classical one. It's human resources. Other costs like buying goods or supply, etc., travel, and you are limited. You can have some subcontracting, but I think it's limited at 15%. Everything is in the guide for applicant, and what we ask is only a declarative cost. So you will fill a table with the declaration of the cost you plan to need in the proposal, and we will base our funding on that. So what is important is 70%, and you receive 50% at the signature of the contract. You will have to sign the standard application experiment contract. The template will be on the website, so you have to check this as well, that you agree with the condition of this contract, because we will not change it. So you will receive 50% when you sign this application experiment contract with us, and 50% at the end of the project.
Okay, thank you, Isabelle. Next question is, for a single application experiment submitted by an SME, can we include an end user as a subcontractor?
Yes, you can have a second company coming with you. In fact, we have two possibilities here. If you can have it as a subcontractor, and you will receive a maximum of 15% of the budget. You can also come two companies, and you will share the 55 kilo euros. We have extended this globally. You can apply two companies and share the 55, but it's still limited to 55 kilo euro for a single. So globally, if you are using the support of a technology partner from DIGIFED, the maximum will be 55 kilo euro shared between one or two companies.
Thank you. Next question. I have applied to the previous DIGIFED call. I would like to discuss the results of our application. How can I proceed?
Okay, maybe the best is to write to the info at DIGIFED. You receive normally your evaluation summary report. I will say two things. If it was for the single, then maybe the easiest is to call your technical partner.
Yeah, actually, I think he contacted me before.
Okay, so if it was a single, contact someone, and then write to the info desk. If not, okay. And Isabelle Dor or myself, we will answer you.
Next question is a company developing a software to be used in daily clinical practices eligible?
Yes, I would say, if it's connected to the real world, yes. So if you are, I don't know, following the bed, or following the persons, or monitoring anything, yes. But if it's only a software for the, I don't know, budget support, no. You see, you have to be in the physical world.
Okay. In a twin experiment, who will own the IP?
So this is something which is between the two companies. We have, in the standard application experiment, we propose two ways of doing this, but globally, the IP, all the rules we propose is the IP is kept by the one who is developing the IP, with some kind of a proposition if there is some shared IP. We propose two options for the shared, if there is shared IP. So, okay. But globally, for the two companies, each one should keep its own IP.
The next question is, can a proposal be focused on an IoT product which is already on the market, but at a very initial state?
So, in fact, you have to be clear on what is the bottleneck, what is the challenge we are going to help you to face. So if you have a product which is, if it's already on the market, I guess it is ITRL. So if it is the early stage, maybe you want to test another application with it. I don't know. In this case, you have to explain why if it's just to test another product on another market with no technical development, I'm not sure we are the good one to help you. But if you need to prove a feasibility that this product, even if it is mature, you need to validate a technology bottleneck to reach another market, yes. So I would say yes. This is one of the goals, is to expand the use of things already mature. But you have to be very clear on what is the challenge you raised with our money.
All right, thank you. Next question, usual question, will you share the PowerPoint? So this is for me, and the answer is yes. The slides and the video of this webinar will be made available for you on the DIGIFED website. So if you go on the DIGIFED website, which is digifed.org, you will see that there's a subsection webinars, and you will find all the videos and the slides from all the webinars that have been made. So for the first Stop and Go, and this one will follow as well. Next question, is it possible the subcontractor in the frame of the 55,000 euros to be from the same country? And
yeah, for subcontractor is different. Yeah.
Okay.
For a single, the only rule is the DigiFed technical partner is from a different country than the third party, so the company. Okay, so no matter, in fact, if the subcontractor is from your country.
And there is one last question. So the question is actually in French, Isabelle, but I'll translate it so that everybody can understand. Does the solution that is developed by the company need to be a product that brings turnover, or can it just be a tool for the company to develop the current business? So it is more on the business side, I guess.
I think you have to explain. I would say you can do this. You just have to explain what is the impact on your company.
Yeah.
To be clear that it will have an important impact. Maybe what is the impact of your company of doing this?
Yeah, I agree with you. So there's another question actually. So can you please explain the role of the DIH in the application and in the development? How can we find the right one?
Okay, so the DIH, they are globally, maybe we can go on, anyway. So DIH is a network organization in a country globally in the digital. So it's people where you can find the full digital ecosystem in a region or in a country. So they can help you to find partners, to identify also future funding in their area. So for example, if you need some venture capital, they have good contacts. If you need also to go after our application experiment, which is a small project. So with 55 kilo euro, we don't imagine that you are going to get to a tier 2 product on the market already or something like this. So maybe you will need further funding to continue, or further budget. So either it can be by capital venture, but it can be also by national funding in your country, and the DIH can help you to do that. For the proposal, it's mostly to help you to find partners if you want to build a single, and also for the digital challenge, the DIH are the one who are building, because globally, if you understand digital challenge, it's how to build a commercial ecosystem. So you have an innovation, and we want you to innovate already with one of your future clients. So the big company who is proposing the challenge. And this ecosystem, this digital challenge owner are built by the digital innovation hubs. But to make it simple, for a single, you don't need it too much. For a twin, you could need the DIH to identify in another country the good competences. And then the DIH will help you if you are selected during the innovation management support.
All right, and there is one last question that is related to the digital challenge, and that will close our session for today. But the question is, for a digital challenge, can we bring our own corporate? And I think this is not the idea, but so first I suggest that you take part in the next session, and then maybe Anna can give you a bit of an answer on this so that it clarifies the point.
I think the idea is for DigiFed consortium to bring these digital challenge owners into the program. So the response is no.
No, because it's a bit complex. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Go ahead, Isabel.
Yeah, maybe you can tell your corporate to propose a digital challenge and to contact us. That can be a solution. And then you can hope to be the winner of their open call. But no, the idea is really because the digital challenge owner are going to co-finance with us. So we have to organize the open call. Globally, it's a service we are offering to these big companies to identify through our network the best SME the best company to enter to that challenge. If they already know someone who can answer to the challenge, well, they can finance you. They can pay you. So for us, it's when a company didn't find someone who can answer to his challenge, our DIH network, we are helping them to identify in Europe the best company to answer to this challenge.
Yeah.
So if the marriage is already done, you don't need us, in fact.
I think, Isabel, this question is related to the size of the company. So earlier we had a question about the size of the company. Yeah. Is there a limit to the size of the companies? And the question was related to a twin, and now the question comes to the digital challenge. So I think, can they apply on the twin experiment with the corporate?
The corporate will not be financed. That's sure. Can they apply with the corporate? Isabelle Dor, maybe you can help me. Is it possible to come for a twin with a big company? So that's for sure, he will not receive any money. I'm sorry, I'm really not sure that I'm able to answer like this. So
It's okay,
I
we
keep
can
the
come
question
back with an answer later. Yeah.
And we will answer on the frequency asked question. I don't know if Isabelle Dor has a more idea than me. Okay.
Hello. Yes, sorry. This is Isabelle Dor. Well, as you said, I think definitely they will not receive any funding. I think it's a little bit on the side of the scope, and well, you are. I think yes, it's better if you accept that we take a few seconds and then we put the answer, because I think it a little bit modify the philosophy of the call. So I think we have to be sure that we do agree. So well, I've taken note, and it will be definitely in the FAQ session. If you have the name of the person, then we can send an email.
Or you can send us the company.
Yeah.
Please send us at the info desk a mail.
Yeah. Yes,
we are
and
sure
then we will
answer you
definitely.
precisely.
Yeah. So then, is there any advantage in going single versus twin cross-border consortium?
No. For us, we like the two. No. We are not favoring any of the solutions, definitely. And it's really from your part, from your view, what is interesting. If you need to develop your product a technology which is in the expertise of DIGIFED, and this is what is missing for you to develop your product, then you go for a single. If what is missing for you is more to you find it with another company, go for a twin. It's really on your side. The evaluation is made and we rank the single and the twin together. This can be another way to answer. So we don't have a rank for, okay, so.
Yeah, I think it's clear. And the last question is, as a single application experiment, is the technical partner mandatory? Yes, I think the answer is yes, but maybe
yes.
Isabelle, you can confirm.
Yes,
yeah.
It is mandatory. If you come on your own, this is not the game.
So as part of Blue Morpho, I can also add something, a detail that is quite important. Blue Morpho is the innovation management partner on this project, and we will plan and we will implement an innovation management program that all the selected companies can follow, but we are not a partner to be picked for the application experiment. So I think this is also answered on the FAQ section of the website, because we already wrote an answer to this question. But yes, so to answer the question that has been asked today, the technical partner is mandatory on the application experiment, on the single application experiment. And I think that's all. I don't know if Isabelle, you want to add something, otherwise we can close this session for today.
No, I wish everybody who wants to propose something, so contact us. This is, I think, the main reminder. Please don't hesitate to contact us. We are not like a big H2020 project organized, so you have direct access to us to make a good proposal.
Yeah, don't hesitate. And also, don't forget the next session. So as we said, for the digital challenge, which is quite new to have all the details you need, the next session is on the 1st of October on Thursday at 10. And then the 2 following weeks on the Wednesday, so the 7th of October and the 14th of October, you will have all the technical partners that will present their technologies, and you will be able to ask your questions and also to understand a bit more on how it works, so you can apply to a single application experiment. So as I said, you have been registered automatically to this webinars for this next sessions. So don't forget the time and date. So the 1st of October at 10 and the 7th and 14th of October at 10 for the technical offer. Have a great day, and wish you a lot of luck for this second open call, and I hope to see you at the next session. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you, Isabelle. Thank you, Anna. Bye.